The 2024 NBA trade deadline unfolded in a peculiar manner, devoid of blockbuster superstar trades, yet brimming with an array of intriguing deals. Amidst the flurry of transactions, there emerged clear winners and unfortunate losers. Let's delve into the highlights. Beginning with the winners, the New York Knicks undoubtedly stand out. Initially teetering on the brink of disappointment when rumors surfaced of Quentin Grimes being traded for Alec B., the narrative swiftly changed with the revelation that Bojan Bogdanovic was also included in the deal. This addition significantly bolsters the Knicks roster, offering versatility, playmaking, and crucially, floor spacing. While losing Grimes stings, acquiring Bogdanovic represents a considerable coup for New York, enhancing their prospects and addressing their needs, particularly in bolstering perimeter play. Coupled with the acquisition of OG Anunoby, albeit currently sidelined due to injury, the Knicks emerge as clear winners of the deadline, their moves injecting fresh dynamism into the team. However, where there are winners, there are inevitably losers, and the Dallas Mavericks find themselves on the opposite end of the spectrum. Amidst the buzz surrounding their acquisition of P.J. Washington, excitement quickly waned upon closer scrutiny. While Washington brings offensive firepower and improved spacing, crucial for a team anchored by talents like Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving, the defensive liabilities of both Doncic and Irving pose significant concerns. Despite shedding salaries and acquiring a future first-round pick, the Mavericks' gamble on Washington appears questionable, as defensive solidity remains a pressing issue for a team with championship aspirations. In conclusion, while some teams emerge triumphant, others face challenging reckonings following the NBA trade deadline. The dynamic shifts in roster compositions promise to reshape the league landscape, setting the stage for riveting competitions ahead. In the grand arena of NBA trades, the Dallas Mavericks find themselves under scrutiny following the 2024 trade deadline. The acquisition of P.J. Washington ignited initial excitement among fans, yet upon closer examination, concerns loom large. While Washington undoubtedly bolsters offensive prowess and enhances spacing, the defensive deficiencies of key players, namely Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving, pose significant challenges. Investing a future first-round pick for a player who may not secure crucial minutes raises eyebrows, especially considering Dallas' previous moves, such as acquiring Grant Williams, which also involved sacrificing draft assets. The offensive upgrade from Williams to Washington is apparent, but defensive stability remains a pressing issue, casting doubts on the wisdom of Dallas trade maneuvers. Conversely, the Phoenix Suns emerge as dark horse winners of the deadline, making strategic moves to fortify their roster. By acquiring Royce O'Neal and David Roddy while leveraging available assets, Phoenix exhibits savvy maneuvering. O'Neal's ability to knock down spot-up threes and provide defensive size aligns perfectly with the Suns' needs, offering a valuable addition to their lineup. Additionally, Roddy adds depth and versatility, enhancing Phoenix's overall roster strength. These acquisitions not only address specific team needs, but also position the Suns as formidable contenders in the post-deadline landscape. However, not all teams emerge unscathed from the deadline dealings. The Toronto Raptors find themselves in a peculiar predicament following their acquisition of OG and Kelly Olynyk. While the decision to prioritize a former lottery pick over a late first-round draft selection may seem logical given the perceived weakness of the 2024 draft class, questions arise regarding the value of Olynyk, particularly as an impending free agent. The Raptors' repeated willingness to part with valuable draft assets for short-term gains raises concerns about their long-term rebuilding strategy, highlighting potential inconsistencies in their approach to roster building. Meanwhile, the Oklahoma City Thunder's trade maneuvers warrant closer examination in the aftermath of the deadline. As the dust settles, further analysis of their transactions promises insights into their long-term strategic vision and their positioning in the ever-evolving NBA landscape. The blockbuster move of the day undoubtedly belongs to the Oklahoma City Thunder, who snagged Gordon Hayward in a deal that could reshape their future. Despite bidding adieu to promising talent Trey Mann, the acquisition of Hayward brings significant benefits. Shedding the expiring Davis Bertans contract while securing Hayward, who possesses additional years on his deal, represents a strategic move for the Thunder. While Hayward's immediate impact on the court remains to be seen, his potential long-term commitment could serve as a cornerstone for Oklahoma City's future endeavors. Notably, Hayward's contract structure provides the Thunder with invaluable flexibility, positioning them as prime contenders for potential star acquisitions in the upcoming seasons. This move underscores Oklahoma City's savvy approach to roster construction, setting the stage for intriguing developments down the line. On the flip side, the Philadelphia 76ers trade maneuvers raise eyebrows and elicit puzzlement. While the addition of Bud Hield initially seemed promising, the subsequent trades of Patrick Beverley and Jaden Springer for mere second-round picks leave fans scratching their heads. Beverley, despite his modest contributions, provided valuable depth, while Springer represented a promising young talent. The rationale behind these moves remains unclear, particularly for a team with championship aspirations. The absence of Joel Embiid may signal a shift in priorities for the Sixers, yet the disjointed nature of their deadline dealings leaves room for speculation and uncertainty. Conversely, the Charlotte Hornets emerge as clear winners following the deadline frenzy. Securing the services of a seasoned veteran like Goran Dragic provides a significant boost to their backcourt depth and playoff aspirations. Additionally, the departure of Hayward opens up avenues for the development of young talents like Miles Bridges and P.J. Washington. While Dragic's impact may not immediately translate into on-court success, his leadership and experience bring invaluable intangibles to a young and dynamic Hornets squad. Charlotte's shrewd maneuvering underscores their commitment to building a competitive roster capable of making noise in the postseason, making them a team to watch as the season unfolds. When examining the entirety of Charlotte's trade season, their success becomes even more evident, particularly when considering the acquisition of future assets. The inclusion of the Terry Rozier trade, which netted them a future first-round pick, further bolsters their impressive haul. Additionally, the decision to part ways with P.J. Washington, whose defensive shortcomings are often overlooked, in exchange for another future first-round pick reflects Charlotte's astute roster management. The ability to extract value from players like Grant Williams, who could potentially be flipped for further assets, highlights Charlotte's keen eye for opportunity. The addition of Tre Mann to their guard rotation addresses immediate needs, providing depth and talent in a lineup featuring inexperienced players like Leaky Black. While the absence of stars like LaMelo Ball and the emergence of Brandon Miller have been notable, Charlotte's ability to navigate these challenges and secure promising assets bodes well for their future. The acquisition of 2 first-round picks at the deadline underscores Charlotte's commitment to long-term success, showcasing their adeptness in maximizing value from their roster assets. Indeed, while the 2024 trade deadline may not have featured blockbuster trades or marquee names, it nonetheless provided ample intrigue and excitement for avid observers like myself. The culmination of various factors, including previous major trades in the current landscape of the league, resulted in a flurry of smaller, yet nonetheless significant, transactions. For those of us who relish in the intricacies of roster construction and the ever-evolving dynamics of the NBA, this year's trade season was a thoroughly enjoyable and engaging experience.